This is Yale Smith in the YMop lab, San Antonio, Texas. And today we're going to talk about the fairly new Ryobi, I don't know what it's called, motor mop, agitating mop. John, do you know what they actually call it?
The Ryobi USB lithium cordless agitating spray mop kit.
Okay, I'm going to call it their motor mop or their agitating mop because I'm not going to remember that. One thing, it's real important right from the start. We're comparing it to the YMop. That's not really a fair comparison right up front. I mean, this sells for $99, ours sells for $299. So ours is a dramatically more expensive product. But it's still worth comparing because to compare the features and the concepts and what's working and not working and what you might want to consider when you're choosing a mop, especially a motor mop.
Because the concept is to have an aggressive motorized mop.
Yeah, in other words, a motorized mop is, why wouldn't you just use a regular mop? And the reason you'd want to use a motorized mop is because it's going to accelerate your cleaning a lot. And they claim increases your cleaning speed by 30%. And I actually don't doubt that. And I know the only way for them to fairly make that statement, and it makes sense,
30% better than
30% faster. Well, that's just it. They're going to test it without turning it on. And they're just going to mop. And then they're going to compare that after they turn it on. And in ideal conditions, it probably does clean 30% better. But it's a very narrow footprint using a very thin mop pad. So as just a mop without the vibration or agitation, it's not cleaning that much. Certainly not comparable to its 17-inch wide with an ultra thick mop head. So there's a major difference there. So it's 30% faster than something that's not very fast at all. I mean, if you were going to take this and say it's 30% faster than when it's slower, it's actually more than 30% faster than, but when it's not turned on, this is a pretty darn substantial mop. If it was a non-motorized mop, it's very substantial and it's going to clean.
Why don't you turn on the YMop real quick and just put it in the camera.
So that's pretty substantial. We'll show you the Ryobi here. May as well do that right now.
Hang on, Yale. I think I got a phone call.
No, actually, John, it's the Ryobi. I know it kind of reminds you of your vibration mode on the phone, but okay. Let's
really that's
we're joking a little bit, but well, here I'm going to show you a comparison. Now, this is better, but okay. So we quite a while ago did a review of the Bona Motion Mop, and you can see right here that bump there is different than.
Yeah, I got another phone call, Yale.
Yeah. See, now that's not as near as much vibration as the Ryobi was doing. Certainly slower and not as much. The motor's obviously a lot smaller. But when we're talking about 30% faster than what, well, this is definitely not increasing this mop by 30%. It might be 5%. It's so little vibration, maybe 10%. But it's 5% faster than something that, honestly, its width compared to the Ryobi, this one on is probably going to clean significantly slower than this one without any motor, just simply because of the size. So you got to realize what you're comparing, apples and oranges or what you're comparing, because you're not comparing apples and apples. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. I mean, this is a Ryobi, and I have a lot of Ryobi products. They make good products. However, I'm not really sure that this is one of their good products because they make power tools.
It's not.
They know power tools, and they make good power tools. They don't know cleaning. They don't know mopping. They have engineers that make power tools, and they said, make us a mop.
What do you know about making a motorized mop?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been in the cleaning business since my 20s, and I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I'm 65. And I've been cleaning with all different kinds of technology, and I found the concept of using vibration or oscillating or cymatic motions to clean with a long time ago, kept perfecting the machines for my own use. I could have chose any technology and say, well, I can make that better for my own use. I didn't choose any technology. I chose the oscillating or cymatic technology because that was what was working best. It was the safest on the carpets, got the most effectiveness through the least amount of effort. It's the easiest products I've ever used and still get amazing results. And I'm not risking ruining people's carpets or upholstery because it's such a simple method.
Can you use the Ryobi mop on carpets and rugs?
Absolutely not. I mean, it actually slides on smooth surfaces, which you'd think a mop will fairly easily. And the vibration, honestly, I can tell a difference. It makes it glide a bit easier. There's no question about
a little
that.
bit.
But unlike the YMop that will truly go without, if I let go of it, it'll take off on me. So this is not going to take off. I don't know. I guess I can do it for you, but so it does.
No, it moves a little bit because of the vibration.
Yeah.
It's like those football players on that vibrating board.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a little bit.
Honestly, that's what ours is too. It's just ours does a lot more of it.
Little toy football soldiers, the vibration board. Let's talk about the lay down height on both machines.
Okay.
There you go. So.
Well, you can. Okay, if this is flat, this has to be up a little bit. But so you can see it's dramatically different. But I almost think this is kind of lay down height at this point is almost immaterial because you're not getting anything done with this anyway. So it's already kind of failed before it even gets a chance to be compared to lay down height. But if you're concerned with that and you have a super small area where you don't need to get much mopping done, if you got furniture that's too low you need to get under, even though this is small and might be enough for you, it's going to give you trouble with that lay down height, getting under your kitchen furniture or wherever it is. You're certainly not getting under a lot of beds with that.
Why don't we compare the mop heads maybe?
Yeah, well, this is, what we were talking about earlier. Efficiency, how much cleaning. This is 30% faster than itself when it has the power on. How you get the clean, the actual interface to your floor surface is your mop head. And here's the Ryobi mop head. And I can't see that. I believe it's 34 grams or 35 grams, one of those two.
Yep, 35.
35 grams. Now, and these are both completely dry. And here's the YMop mop head, 100 and something.
191.6.
190, almost 200 grams. So, and then, we have talked about this numerous times. When you fill this with water, if you fill it completely, it gets up to about 16 ounces of water. So over a pound of water before it starts to drip. I don't know, and it's not worth measuring, but this tiny amount of fabric here, it's not going to hold hardly any liquid for you.
Which means it's not going to hold a lot of dirt.
Yeah, because that's how you get the the dirt goes into the water, and the dirty water goes into your mop head, and so if you can't absorb much water, you're not going to be cleaning that much dirt. So I don't know if it's a Ryobi. It looks okay. It's solid for what it is. Now it does have, it's very solid otherwise, but because they insist on using a pivoting handle, it has kind of this motion to it. I'm not a fan of that. Some people might like it. I really enjoy us being able to tip our mop up on edge so that we can really put some pressure on difficult spots or grout lines. And
carpet spots.
Yeah, anything where you need more effort. You try to turn this on edge, and that's what it does. It spins around on you. So I'm not a big fan of the universal joint for mops. Some places it might be useful, but if you've got difficult cleaning, that's not what you want.
Would you ever use that Ryobi mop in your professional business? Could you?
Yeah, that's a good point, John, because that's how I invented the YMop, and that's the reason I think these reviews can be useful to people, even though I am a biased source. Yeah. I really do make a living cleaning. I've been doing it since my 20s, and I cannot even fathom any job scenario where I could go, well, I need to bring this, and it can help me make some money. Let's just say I left all my YMops at home, and I happen to have one of these in the car. I wouldn't bring it in the house. I'd bring the Bonamop and not turn it on if I was going to do a hard floor, and just use some muscle power.
That'd be faster.
It'd be a lot faster.
Yeah. So. It's kind of ironic because the YMop is essentially a consumer mop that you can use for your professional business, but the Ryobi is like what is supposed to be looking like more of like a professional power tool kind of a thing that is made for consumer.
Yeah, I mean but to be fair, Ryobi as a brand, even their power tools are more homeowner. They're quality, they're powerful, but they're no serious contractors using Ryobi versus Makita or Rigid or.
I'm just saying I wouldn't put that Ryobi spray mop in the category of a power tool at all.
No. And that's where they kind of missed the boat, where they might not be doing the best for their reputation in general, even to have it, because it kind of dilutes their brand in terms of the other good quality products they have out there.
I guess it doesn't have a telescoping tube.
Now, I commented to John that the handle's a little short. He thought, oh, it's not bad. And it's not bad, but if you were 6'6", it might be a bit short. Now we have our retractable handle, and when I extend it, it's definitely longer.
So it can be longer or shorter.
Which is important. You can't clean upholstery just like you can't clean carpet with the Ryobi, but I clean upholstery, carpet, hard floors, of course, with the YMop. And when I'm cleaning upholstery, or sometimes maybe stairs, I'll lower the handle down either all the way or part way. On stairs, I go kind of half in the middle, and upholstery, I usually lower it all the way down, and it's a good size for me to hang on to. Well, we're going to head out in the field because we have a friend who uses a YMop a lot, and she's agreed to try out the Ryobi for us.
The what Obi?
Yeah, Obi-Wan Ryobi. This is Yale Smith with the YMop Lab, and today I'm with Donna Timmons and in her lovely home here. And Donna is the proud owner of a YMop for how long now?
Probably more than 3 years.
More than 3 years.
Yes.
And how often do you use it?
Every day.
Oh, every day.
I have 3 dogs.
Okay.
So they track in through the dog door and mud and this and that. So.
Okay. Well, we knew you used your YMop a lot, so we thought you would be a good person to ask what you thought of Ryobi's new entrance into the agitating mop market, and just maybe general impressions.
Well, it's really small and it has very small cleaning area. This is a lot bigger, so it's going to be more efficient.
Here's the mop.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it would pick up that much because of the size of it. And it doesn't have much nap.
Yeah, the thickness of it. So here's what you use.
Yes. Yeah, that's a big difference. I mean, I would say this is at least twice as big. I mean.
Okay, when you're using, we have our tray system. Do you utilize the tray system for loading the mop?
If I'm going to mop the entire floor, then yes.
And how much square footage do you clean here?
I don't know. The downstairs, probably 1,500 square feet.
Okay, and we see is it all ceramic tile like this?
It's travertine and ceramic tile, and then hardwood in the bedrooms.
Okay, so you've got a lot of hard surface to cut.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you got your 17-inch wide YMop that's working well for you. Do you think you could make use with a mop like this, or how would you determine that?
Well, as far as what I do, I don't think it would really work for me because I have too much space. Now, if I maybe lived in a little apartment or something like that. Now, I do have people come and help me with my house occasionally, and they would probably like something like this to maybe get behind coffee tables, but that's not practical. You might as well just use a mop for little tiny spaces like that, where this,
Yeah, well, here, this is how it's used. We just take that out. It's pretty easy, and you need to fill this up because it does have a sprayer. It doesn't have a loading system like we use. So if you want to just take that to the sink, and that holds 8 ounces. That's good enough right there.
So you have to put the cleaning stuff in here? Oh, and it's messy.
Yeah, we won't do that right now. But,
okay. I just see the
yeah, they have the
this
ones.
much chemicals for water.
Yeah, you put the water in first, and then I guess you fill it up to the second line with the cleaner. And of course, they have recommended cleaner that they say you need to use. Of course, with the YMop, use whatever you want.
Right.
for one thing. It's not, ours isn't going through a sprayer and plumbing that can clog.
Right.
And one thing I did, notice, I'll tell you, I was reading the owner's manual of this, and it talks about, well, actually, no, that was a YouTube video, but spraying it out so you can get the liquid into the mop head,
Right.
which of course is where you want it. So you get to start sometimes in the mop head if you're doing a large area. Okay, why don't you just kind of try it a little bit on your floor here.
Is that my phone?
No, I'm sorry, Johnny. You just turned on the Ryobi.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a phone buzzer. Okay, let me see how this works. Sure gets the floor wet. What do you think, Mikey?
What if you needed to clean the grout? Because I know you said the dog's footprints get down in the grout sometimes.
Well, with my walk, I turn it sideways so I can do it. But this one,
Yeah, the
because
universal joint is not going to
yeah,
let
it's
you
not
do
going to
that.
let me use it that way. So it'd be kind of tricky. But it is very lightweight, but it's the YMop moves itself and gives it a
Why
little
don't
more.
you show me how you would get the grout, just without grout blades, just with
Well, I would just rotate it, and I could just go down the grout. When the YMop is wet, and you can just, or if you need to get something really scrubby, you can use the corner because it has. But that's how I do it with the house. Just with that, and see, it practically moves itself. Difference in power.
yeah. See, I can
You can
feel
hold that.
I can feel the vibration with my fingertips, but I can feel it all the way up to my elbow when I do this.
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's obviously a big difference in its scrubbing action. So, Donna, can I talk you into giving you 3 of these for one of your Y-mops?
Don't think so. There's really no comparison in the two products. This is basically, something that you would use for something that you really don't have to clean much because there's not much cleaning capability in this product compared to this one.
Yeah, like you said, do you think even a manual Bona would do quicker than this agitating Ryobi?
Yes, because you have to fill it up and you have to put the solution in it. At least with the Bona, it has everything already in it and you just take off with it.
Yeah.
Kind of like this one, I can use this one with my spray to do the whole house with my little absorption pad, or I can just take a spray bottle of cleaner and spray it on and clean the floor.
If you need to do the whole floor, you use the uploading station. Otherwise, you just spritz the spots and get it done in a few seconds.
Exactly. And I use a lot of that for minor cleanup around here. The spritzing, it works well. And
Yeah, so it's versatile depending on what you need to do, how you use it.
yes, exactly.
I assume also it's in terms of whether you're going to use cleaner or not. If you're doing just a tiny spritz up, even some water probably
That's
does the
true.
job for you.
Sometimes I'll just take the pad and stick it under the faucet and get it wet and shake it, and then throw it on the floor and go.
Right. So you can use it in a multitude of different ways, whatever move, whatever you're actually doing.
Exactly.
And there's the culprit right there.
See if Nelly likes. Sassy. See if Sassy likes the Ryobi.
Hey, Ryobi. Ryobi. Sassy.
Sprayer and spray.
She says, no, I like the ball.
She's gone. Okay. All right.